Okay guys, I'm gonna go over the timing and timing tools on the 1.6 liter non-turbo on the Ford Fiestas 2011 to believe to like 2016 or 18 or something like that. There's a lot of videos out there, but there's a lot of them that are missing tons of information. So I bought this and had to replace the cylinder head with a used one because somebody bent all the valves because the timing belt broke because they didn't change it. So, which I was gonna just put valves in the other head, but I priced the valves and I got lucky and found this low mileage head on eBay for like $200 shipped to my house, and it was gonna be like $175 for valves, so that was kind of a no-brainer. That's already done, ready to put on. One thing you do need is this timing tool, timing kit. So everything on this engine is not keyed. There's no keyways on literally anything. So it's very easy to mess the timing up and not get it correct. And it's critical, obviously, to get it right. And you gotta watch these Amazon kits, because a lot of these tools that it comes with, see, it comes with 3 flywheel dowels, or not flywheel dowels, crank pins. Wrong and wrong. That's the one you need for a Fiesta, which is actually, in this particular one, is F, which is the 303748. You can even double check that with the OE part number. I believe it's the same, if I'm not mistaken. But you'll for sure need that. You for sure need this, and you for sure need the cam locking tool, and then this is for the cam sprockets, the VVT, or variable valve timing cam phasers, or whatever the heck you want to call them. But here's the one that I happen to get. Just the Amazon one, nothing crazy. If I had more of these cars, I'd probably get a nicer one. But here's the thing. So it's easiest to do it, you know, when the head's off, so you can see all your pistons. But this is number 1, so this needs to be at TDC, top dead center. So you need to get in behind here. Let's see if I can even get it on video. Probably can. Yeah, see that right there? There's a 10mm bolt in there. Take that out and put this timing tool in there and rotate it clockwise, you know, which is the way that it spins, so this way, until it stops by hitting that pin. And then double check and make sure that this is a TDC with a screwdriver, or shine a light in there and make sure it's at top dead center, which that one will be at the top, and number 4 will be at the top. Make sure those are correct. And then, like I said, that's not keywayed either, so that will do you no good going on, and there's no real marks on that either. This tool will only go on one way. And here's another thing, a lot of the other videos do not go over and or miss. If you take this cylinder head off, because there's so many videos that they don't even put this tool on here or take these sprockets off. Well, guess what? If you're removing this cylinder head, you have to take the cams off to get to the head bolts. And guess what you have to take off to take the cams off to get the cam bolts out? You have to take the sprockets off, because there's a lip on the back side and you can't pull the cams out because it won't get past that lip unless you take these off. These are not keyed. So a lot of people miss that stuff in all these other videos. So there's caps that go over top of these, and then there's these Torx bolts underneath that. So if you're taking this all apart, all of this stuff is going to be in the wrong spot while it's apart. So like I said, first you do that crank pin that I just showed you, and then second, all this stuff is loose right now. Like, I don't even have anything tightened up because I've been double checking everything to show you guys in this video, so I can make a full video so you don't have to do any of this guesswork and all this research that I had to do that was either incorrect or missing information. So there is a, let's see here. Yeah, see there's a hash mark on the timing tool, and then see that hash mark right there, and then see there's a dot on the tool and there's a dot on the cam. This tool will only go on one way, FYI, but that will help you line it up quicker. These are still loose. And then come over to this. This is another thing I had questions about, is this timing tool doesn't really fit super fantastic for some reason, because it's got these plastic things here for, I believe, a sensor that goes in the back. Yeah, your other sensors for your VVT or cam position sensors or whatever. So it's just got these plastic things on there, which these do fit in that, but I can't tighten these down with them on for some reason, which I double checked everybody else's videos to verify that's right, not 180 out, you know, spun total opposite. So these are facing in and these are facing in. So that's really what you need to do to get this thing properly timed. So ensure that that's on correctly. These will be facing each other. And also another thing is, see these marks on the cams? These will almost be facing down kind of together. So that's another thing to kind of look at as well. But if you get all that correct, you can go ahead and put your timing belt on and torque everything to spec, and you should be good to go.